Hello.
Can you hear me, see me? Connection is all right?
Yeah.
Perfect. So, how are you doing today?
I feel like I'm being tortured. Like I did not sleep well.
Tortured is a strong statement. What exactly is happening? Do you have physical pain?
I don't know. I don't really like. I don't know. Like I don't know how to talk about it because either you'd know or you wouldn't know. You know, because I don't have any evidence as to my being tortured.
Well, torture is some involuntarily act, so it's something that is done to people without their permission. It's definitely crossing their
Like
boundaries.
someone's talking like incessantly to like wake me up like at all hours of the night. Like that's what it feels like to me.
And where is this sound coming from?
I'm not sure. Like I did not like it's not my friend who's in like the next room sometimes because he actually didn't sleep either. And my kid too, he woke up like super early one time and then like I woke up a little bit later and I was like, why didn't you wake me up? You know. I know we're being stalked, you know. I don't know I know we're being stalked, you know.
Can you hear? Like, can you get some words? What are the words that you hear throughout the night?
I don't know because I don't care. It's like pigs are oinking. Like all these people are
Is it
fucking
high
pigs.
pitch? Is it high pitch voice? Is it low pitch voice?
It's just like I don't care. It's not a voice. It's just like I know the FBI stalking me and they're fucking pigs and I'm sick of it. Like the people that are just like sitting around like, oh, well, I have to do this for money or whatever. I'm fucking sick of it.
So you didn't sleep at all? You or your son?
I sleep, but I sleep like I wake up every couple of hours and then um like sometimes I sleep better, sometimes I sleep worse, but I feel like there's always like a correlation to like my having some sort of plans and me having, you know, like lack of energy or lack of will to do something, you know, that might make my very bleak life a little bit brighter or like something that I have to do like my kid, you know, and there's always some way to disturb like either my personal life or my relationship, you know, whether it's with the food or like not sleeping and I don't know. I don't like, you know, like you said before, like I don't have the evidence to like prove anything. But you were asking me about what my plans are and I started thinking about like okay, well, if this gets blown up like any bigger cuz I'm sure like you know, not everybody thinks I'm like a bad person or something. Maybe I can get like um I don't think he was just making fun of me. I think remember I told you I talked to that FBI officer and he said I should get a private investigator. So I don't know if he was just talking, I guess. I imagine if somebody was already like rich, like it would be more difficult to stalk them because they would just get a private investigator and a lawyer and they would say something. But me being in my position, um, I I would have to have some incentive for um, this private investigator. More than likely would be an FBI agent himself, secretly, being that
Wait,
we're in
but
New York.
haven't you had a private investigator before? I think when we started
No, you
working
have to hire one. You have to have money. So, I don't know. But I was actually thinking about that. Like, how do I do that? Because, I was thinking, and I'm fucking convinced. I'm sorry. I'm convinced that if I had these people stalked, they're sloppy, and they would catch pictures of them like going to their homes, like to their mortgaged homes, and they live here. They would catch their other personas, you know. Any of these people that I've suggested that are FBI, you know.
to take a break from the following topic that we talk about a lot. I wanted to visit, like, if you.
But is that on record though? What I just said, like with you, that I think if I did hire like a private investigator, he would catch them, you know.
On record, how? Like, am I recording this meeting? No, we do not.
No, I don't know. Like with you, like would you remember that I made this statement? Because I feel like this is true. Like what is wrong with what I'm saying right now? What do you think?
What made you think that I think that something's wrong with what you're saying?
Yeah, nothing. But you think they would catch them too, right?
I don't think about it. I'm listening to what you're saying, and I wanted to ask another question before you started asking me about what I think. Like, you might want to do whatever's best for you. If you think that hiring private investigator will help, you might as well want to try to do it. But it's about your decisions. I cannot make or unmake you want to do something or do something. Like, this is just not in my scope of practice.
Okay.
Sometimes people decide to move states or abandon jobs or do whatever. This is not about what I think or not think about it. It's about your decision. And we talk about, the process more than about what I personally think about it. This is irrelevant completely.
Well, so you wouldn't, you don't think that, like, so you think there is a possibility that they would catch it like that? What if they catch you, like, in but that's the other thing is, like, your home, like, like, you may very well live in, like, a middle class housing, so it will be more difficult to catch you, like, being an FBI agent persona. They would have to get you using your account.
Before we got too deep in this theory, let me ask you a question. So since the last time we spoke, which was a week ago, on the 10th, the clinic tried to call you on the 12th, 13th, and 14th. Have you received calls from the clinic?
I did. I finally called them back, and I finally scheduled a reevaluation.
Okay. That is good to know, because that's what I wanted to follow up on. When is your evaluation schedule? Do you know the date? Do you have it?
Friday. Friday the 26th, and I believe it's at 2 p.m. I have it written down.
Okay, perfect. Now, when we followed up with this, so it's going to be the same doctor, Dr. James, or is it somebody else?
It's the same doctor.
Perfect. Well, you see, that's why it took so long, because based on the rules, it's supposed to be the same doctor, since I believe it's how it going to be more helpful to speak to the same person and skip the parts where you kind of getting along and get a little more comfortable.
Well, I haven't seen him in like years. I remember him. I remember he had like African accent. He was like an African man with or like a British accent, whatever kind of accent.
Perfect.
And he seemed like a happy-go-lucky person or something. I don't know.
I am glad that happened. Now to the theory of private investigator. Question to you though: why would you want to spend time on thinking about it if you won't hire the investigator right now? Do you like the theory of it? Do you like to kind of wonder what ifs? Because you have an actual problem. Someone was talking today and you weren't able to sleep, and your son heard it, and your neighbor heard it. Is that correct?
Cause then I could prove, cause you keep telling me that I don't have any evidence, and then I could have like evidence, because I think that like if they take pictures and stuff and they present like accounts, but I don't know to what degree they're allowed to do this themselves, because wouldn't that be considered stalking on their behalf? And in,
Well, do
how
you
does this
have a
evidence get
person, and
passed on, and
do you already
how is
have
it presented?
plans, Alona? Meaning, do you have a person? Do you have money
Oh
saved?
hell
Because
no!
all of the
I was just wondering why that man said that. Why that officer said that? Because for some reason I think he does believe me, but it's just that they might be so overwhelmed they don't give a shit what happens to me. Just like everybody else, they're sort of overwhelmed. But even the people that are dealing with me immediately, like you are, they're more like concerned about themselves. It's almost like a conflict of interest. So it's
wait, which officer are you talking about? You spoken to some officer?
Oh my God, I forgot. Officer Shmia something Gold or something. It sounded funny. It sounded like Lord of the Rings last name, but I have it written down somewhere. But I talked to
No,
him
but
like
when
this year.
when did you talk to him last time?
A couple of months ago.
Uh-huh.
You
Okay,
know?
and what was it like? An advice on what to do in your situation, or was he just talking?
Yeah, he just advised me this, and that's the other thing. Like I, how I feel like this is like overwhelmingly like classist, and in a sense, it's like a weird sort of classism, because I see that these people are like, um, for lack of a better word, retarded themselves. Like they barely graduated or whatnot, and they just don't like me. So if someone is at odds with the system, or they're just strange, like they have a personality or something like that, this FBI in New York will not lend them a hand, will not treat them nicely. They will continue to stalk them, and I feel like I'm gonna get stalked into an early grave, if I don't do something either way. And you know, it's it's actually like I spend a lot of time depressed, because these people have shown me this human nature, like seriously, like really, on all the paranormal. This makes me depressed, because I feel like, oh my God, like how do they behave like this? Like,
Well, depression is a clinical diagnosis. What do you put inside of it when you say that you feel depressed? Is it
I
sadness?
feel sad
Is it
about,
hopeless?
like, how do these people behave like this? Like, how do I even like want to be with this crowd, But I'm not like depressed. I don't think so, because I have like niche circles that will accommodate my emotions on this matter, that really understand that there's like the system's being sick, and like people that are like creative, or they're like spiritual, and they're not just this like massive sharks that are like, you know into consumerism so much. um they're all right, I guess, but like I sit there and I think, well, my kid, like, oh my God, like, if I knew that people were like this years ago, like, would I have brought him into this world? Like, they were this bad, Maybe it's these neighborhoods too. And then I start thinking, am I, it's not my being not open minded. It's just, this is just the way
Well,
it is. And I hate that,
well,
because the government
what is
controls these neighborhoods, and they make more people here. I'm sorry, go ahead.
what is different? You think between people back then and now? What changed?
Nothing maybe changed. Maybe it's my perception changed. That's what I'm saying, because I used to think, but I didn't grow up here. I grew up like in a suburban neighborhood, and um, to see this, it's scary to me, because like this is where the majority of the people live, right? And the majority of these people are so mean and evil, and they're not, when they're not busy being nasty to me, they're busy being nasty to each other. or
Well,
climbing on each other, like literally, like climbing, like I gotta get that.
this is very interesting. So you don't really like this neighborhood, but you recently were offered to switch apartments, which you probably could have choose a different neighborhood. Have you thought of it to maybe try have
I'm too fucked
experience?
up to go looking, but from what I understand, I see that there's not apartments that are large, and what's fucked up of them and why I've been sitting on it is they offered us a bigger place, and I told you about that. I thought this place was big enough, but they said we're moving you. We're moving you. You don't have to move to a bigger place. And I went to talk to them, so they haven't moved me yet. And I think it's because they coyly are part of this conspiracy. And every time they're thinking we're gonna move her around or like renovate to give her hell or whatever, we're gonna shoo them out of this place. It works the opposite for them. Because honestly, if these people were just here and they just, like the rest of the crowd, whatever, just, oh my God, I need to be an active duty agent, were decent, they didn't leave me bugs every time I left the house, they didn't poison all my food, I feel like I would have moved up in the world, but I am not capable of doing this. And I, this is gonna, this is gonna culminate to something because I can't deal with this. Like, I can't. No human being can deal with this. I assure you, no human being can deal with this. It's not me.
I mean, if we take this from perspective of thinking how it's on a bigger picture, to take those smaller steps that you can control. What do you mean by you are too fucked up for looking? I mean, you can look on the internet apartments, you can call and set dates, and you can plan one day where you will look.
When? How?
Yeah.
How? When I barely have time to like take care of myself. When am I gonna do that?
What do you mean by you barely have time to take care of yourself? Like, what is
Like to
time consuming?
eat, to sleep, to eat like food that's not gonna like upset my stomach, to sleep, to you know like shower and you know to take care of myself. Like I'm not gonna look. I didn't need to say it like, oh, they said they were gonna move me too. So I don't see why this is like an issue. If you're gonna move me, you're gonna move me. Like why would moving me even help? It would help these people, maybe. But then wouldn't wherever I move to there be people waiting there for me to stalk me as well? Because I'm in the system. Because I don't like care anymore, like because I was at this
I
point where I was
I would
being threatened, sort of like, oh, we're gonna. I felt threatened, like if you, because obviously, what I would have rather been considered like, oh, normal and like whatever, cool, but I can't be cool with this, and I don't even freaking like care anymore, like what people think because this is not copacetic, and these people are pigs.
as much as it sounds troublesome, with the people, with the stalking, I wonder if there is a little bit of, avoiding the decision, avoiding being the actor. Actor, not from actor
I'm
like
not an
acting on the
actor.
TV, but actor as of making an action. Because you are the one who can change this. And as minimum as a different area, maybe, it can change. Because in different areas, there will be different grocery stores, and you haven't been there
But
yet.
I've been
Those
stalked
are
in
the
different
cognitive
areas.
distortions that you think that all of the
No,
stores
no,
have.
no. I've been stalked in different areas. I'm stalked on the internet too. Like I'm stalked on the internet. Like that's the thing. I'm not the FBI agent. I don't know what kind of computers they have, what kind of devices they have. These are spy people. Like I don't know how they work. I just know they're working on me. And it's really like beyond shitty, because I mean, Like how do you get over that? You know, I live like an animal. I live like I eat and stuff, and I try to sleep and whatever, and you know, I even like I watch TV. I'll read something or whatever, but I don't like feel like assimilating with this. Like, how do I even like
But
anyone that I
okay, what
talk to
makes you?
will be like anyone. I told you this before. Anyone that I talk to, they're either an FBI agent themselves or they're so like low down on the totem pole that it's like difficult for me to communicate with them. You know, because they got some real like biological dysfunctions or something. You know, and it's very sick, and it's sick that my kid has to live this way. But I'm not gonna go and put him in the same system. Like I would not do that. You know, like I probably surely I don't know anything. You know, but like how would I like even go about like looking for like his dad or somebody that could help me or whatnot? I'm sitting here
No, no,
trying to convince him
I'm
that
not.
my friend
I'm
is an
not talking.
FBI agent.
I'm not talking about looking his father or anything as grand as this. Something. Let's step back a couple of steps. Something that you mentioned that you don't find anything stimulating. I want to ask you, what made you think that stimulation should come from the outside, not from the inside?
What kind of stimulation? What do you mean?
I don't know. You said that you don't find anything stimulating, and I wonder
I find it
what is that.
stimulating, like I want to hit someone.
But in describing that you live like an animal, that you sleep, you eat, you watch TV, okay. What should be stimulating? Describe me what should be different to be stimulating to fit the description.
Like I don't want to go somewhere. Well, first of all, I can't go anywhere without having someone in here to watch the apartment. That's A. B, I don't want to go somewhere and look around and I see people that are pigs and they're expecting me to behave also in a certain manner. Like I did something wrong. Like I'm here to service them, but they're stalking me. They're the criminal, you know? And I want to say that to them. I want to scream at them every time I see them, but it's just a bunch of fucking losers. It's not even like, it's like a bunch of stupid mommies and jerk offs that like smoke weed and they're sitting around, and it's funny to me that the government owes them money, you know, and I want to scream at them and I don't know what to do, you know. And then there's coy people sometimes that you run across and they work like office like you do, you know, and those piss me off too. And I sit there thinking, how do they fucking get into this, you know? Do they feel lucky or do they feel like like dog do too? Because I'd be a little confused, you know, like. But then again, most people like they actually, I read this online somewhere. Most people that practice medicine, they practice it for money goals, not you know purely to
You
help
see,
people.
again, it's interesting how I'm asking question about you, and yet you're redirecting it to some other people or some other scenarios. I'm
Why?
asking
What's
what
wrong with me? Because then for me to look at me again and think, what's wrong with me? Like it's devastating to me already. It's devastating to me because I feel like I know what's wrong with me. I'm unlucky. Like my last name got me here, and I'm unlucky, unlucky, unlucky. And for me to, um, you know, sort of like be sociable with people. Like if you're telling me there's something wrong with me, I'm being antisocial or something, I would have to behave like even more of an animal, you know? And it would just, it kills me like a little bit, like every time I think about it. And I'm trying, actually, I'm trying because like my kid deserves a life, you know? So I'm trying to be like an animal. I'm trying to like just stick to basic needs and stuff, you know? But like I don't know. I don't even know like how much it helps me to talk about this because I also feel like somebody else like is listening. You know, maybe I believe in like love or something, that people like, like not everyone, you know, thinks, like it's all hopeless and let's do social climbing. And I don't even know. Like I just I can't I don't know. I can't imagine what I'm saying being misconstrued either, because I'm fucking sick of this. I can't deal with this. Like, why don't they deal with me? Why don't you deal with me? Because I know they're stalking me. Like, should I really like demand things? Should I go into the police station and be like, listen? Because last time I got hospitalized for that, but last time was over 20 years ago. Maybe things have changed. Do you think I should do that?
I mean, things change faster than once in 20 years for sure. But I wonder, what do you want in this situation? Because it sounds to me that you think other people have more influence on you. Those decisions you can make yourself.
I think
Nobody.
and this makes you look sort of funny as a psychotherapist, but I'm gonna out with it. I think that okay, I think that other people could, if all these fucking pigs have an FBI contract and nobody stalks them, they could give me an FBI contract so nobody will stalk me. And I think you could do that. I think my ex-boyfriend could do that. You know,
No, Ilona, we spoke about it. There is nothing I can do. Just to remind you, therapy itself, it's like, it's not me changing your life. It's you talking about things that making you feel uncomfortable and you deciding what you're gonna do about it. I'm a bystander. I'm not an actively involved person in this. So, as I said before, if you expect me to do something, I have not done anything and I will not do anything. All I can do is listen to you and we can both try to think, okay, what's stopping me from making this step towards this? What's stopping me? What's making me think that I have no time for
I
looking
think
for an
about
apartment?
that too, because I think like my ex-boyfriend is like pushing it back and forth, and I also thought like for a minute that he might have a degree in like psychology or psychiatry or something, even though he acts like a total nutcase with me, and like my little kid won't suspect it, but I'm sitting here trying to convince him. Listen, he's faking it. He's really an FBI agent. Um, but he keeps he keeps pushing it for the neighbors and for you because um, it seems like absurd because he was last to be involved. And well, I mean, you were last to be involved, but he was like he wasn't giving me bed bugs in here, and neither were you. But you sort of sat there and you listened to me tell you that I know there's FBI agents here, you know, and
I believe whatever you believe in, I will support you. If you're telling me that the sky
I don't
is
know what
green,
the psychiatric protocol is on it, but it's actually okay. I guess you know exactly. Police too. I don't know what their protocol is. It's like in I am like a little bit like upset like about it because I don't like there's still sort of like people still sort of get up in the morning thinking like it's like safe in the world. But I swear on my life, and I will be like the happiest on earth if some police officers for the FBI for real did forensics on some of this food. Like if they took this right from the store, they could go get it and take it to the lab. But I know that's like a big freaking huge. That would be like a federal case for real. That would make me truly happy. But it makes me so messed up to know that there's people like, and it's just sort of like, because like even if I signed like an FBI contract and I was an FBI agent, I wouldn't let that go. Because I'm an American. I have faith in the FDA. I think it's disgusting.
look, Ilona, I just hope that you will get a better night's sleep today because it's really important. Basic stuff: sleep, hydration, nutrition. Those are basics that make us feel better and function more like a human. So I hope you will get a better sleep this week, or maybe take an afternoon nap. Nothing wrong with taking nap time.
But what is like a human? Like why? Like if like you're also functional, like why are you ignoring this? Like why is it
Ilona,
okay
what?
to still
Okay,
think?
it's very interesting to me how you like to redirect our conversation from you to me. It does not matter. We're not here to talk about me, so we're not gonna talk about me.
Because I sit there and I think like how do these people like do they like because like if you ignore this systemically just how many people are on this payroll and they participate in fraudulent investigations like this. And
Well,
then
look,
there's the people that have
those
to
are
deal with blood and feces and urine, right?
those
And
are the
how do they
theories
feel
we can
about their jobs?
those are the theories we can continue talking about next week. I'm glad you were able to get a hold on this reeval thing, and I'm sorry to hear that you weren't able to sleep at night. Let's continue talking, and of course, if you feel endangered or anything, please call 911 to help you. Do not risk your or your son's health on this, okay?
Okay.
All right, we'll talk next week.
I
Same
hope
time.
you think about what I said because I'm sorry, like I'm feeling brave, but I hope you think about um, saying, Ilona, I'm an FBI agent. Let me work this out with you, with the FBI, because this is ridiculous.
As I told you previously, we will talk about those theories more because my question is more about what is there you can do for yourself, some choices that will affect your life. But as I said,
I'm
we
like
will
a little
continue talking
doggy. I
about it.
can make myself a coffee and
Ilona, we
some
will
eggs in the
continue talking
morning.
about it next week at 12:30. Okay.
Okay, you take
All
care
right.
because
You too.
you
You
should
too.
know how it feels like
Bye.
to be me. Take care.